Okay, don't scroll. You are the right place. As you can see, the subject on the board I want to take you on is mathematics. And this tutorial is carefully designed for secondary school students. And if a secondary school student, please don't scroll. You have to what? Stay with me, give me your time, give me your listening ears, because what you're going to what, learn from this tutorial will be massive. So now I don't want to what, say too much. I just want to dive into the first topic that I want to take you on. And that topic is what? Is word problem. Now, in mathematics, when you were in junior secondary school, they taught you these word problems, also in even your primary school. Then, word problem is just like they're using what? English letters to as a topic in mathematics. So now, what can I say about what word problem? Word problem has to do with like asking you mathematical questions, but using what? English words. Like now, when I ask you, find the sum of two numbers or find the product of this number and this actually what they're using what English words, English language what asks you mathematical questions. So many students find this kind of question or this particular topic difficult because they cannot translate these English words into mathematical expressions. So in this video, I'm going to what, make everything clear, simple, and easy to follow. And there are actually what subtopics that I want us to look at. So I don't want to make this video to be what, to be long. So I'm going to what, divide this particular video into sections for what, easy following. So now let me just first of all write out the subsections, the things they're going to be looking at under this topic web problems. We're going to look at is what, sum and difference. Next one is products. The next one is what, and these are the what, the four subtopics we're looking at under this what, this particular topic. Please stay with me, don't go. Please follow, like, and what, subscribe to what, my channel, because I'm assuring you that you're going to what, waste your time. You just like you will enjoy it after the tutorial. So please stay with me. You will enjoy it. This is Moses Smart's Edu Foundation. Enhancing education and what, understanding how education transforms life is what is our priority. And the teachers, our tutors will be actually students like us, but they are mainly UNIZIK students that are studying medicine and surgery. They have a good academic record. So stay with me. Now, the subtopic I want us to look at first is sum and difference. I'm not going to dwell much on this one difference. It's actually what this particular topic or these particular things I want to teach now are actually what simple. Actually simple. Just like I can just say it as what television, or you were supposed to have known it, but I have to what still treat it with you. So now the first thing there is sum and difference. So we're gonna take the first one, sum. What is sum? In mathematics, sum means what? Addition. Simply means addition. So when I ask to find the sum of what? Two or more numbers, the only thing you have to do is what? To add all the numbers given to you together. Like find the sum of 1, 2, and 3. The simple thing is just what? 1 plus 2 plus 3. Find the sum of 5, 6. They can ask you to what? To find the sum of any numbers. The only thing you have to do is what? Add all the numbers together. Now look at this particular question now. Now look at this question. If question asks you what? Find the sum of all odd numbers between 10 and 20. Yes, this reminds me. One thing that students need to know is this. Understanding the question is what? Is solving the question, answering the question half. When you ask a question and you understand that question, you have actually solved the question, solved the question half. Because there's no how you can actually get the answer to a question when you don't understand the question. And what makes students to fail or do not do well in mathematics is because whenever they are asked a question in mathematics, they would like the teacher to ask them the same question they treated in the class. No, it's not done that way. What the teacher gonna teach you is what the procedures you have to follow, and this procedure gonna work for what can accumulate different numbers. So we just follow that procedure and what apply that procedure to what answering what that particular question, you see that we're gonna get to answer. Focus on the procedures and not what the answer. Focus on the procedure. So now look at this question now. Find the sum. I've told you sum of what? Sum means what? Addition. So find the sum of all odd numbers. If you don't understand what sum means, then you've already started with what? Failing it. If you don't understand what odd numbers are, you already was started failing. And if you don't what? And if you don't follow the instruction, you already what? Failed it. Because they are asking you what? Find the odd number between 10 and 20. But what are odd numbers? Odd numbers are numbers that are not divisible by 2. What does that mean? When I give you a number and you know that that number 2 cannot divide it without remainder, then that number is an odd number. So, and you know that what? Many numbers that 2 cannot divide are numerous. So they're asking us to what? Fetch out the odd numbers that are between what? 10 and 20. So the first thing you're going to what? Simply do is this. Write all the what? Write all the numbers between 10 and 20. The 10 and 20, they not ask us whether the 10 and 20 are inclusive. Even though that 10 and 20 are inclusive, 10 and 20 are not what? Odd numbers. So now, I decided to what? Include 10 and 20. I'm going to have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So these are all the numbers between 10 and 20, inclusive. Then now, what are the odd numbers here? The odd numbers here are what? Those numbers that 2 cannot divide without what? Like it's not divisible by 2. Means that what? When 2 divides that number, gonna what? Give us what? A remainder. Then 10 is not what? An odd number. When 2 divides 10, we're going to have 5. But 11 is what? Is an odd number. This one is not an odd number. This is an odd number. This is not an odd number. These are all odd numbers. So but asking us what? Since I've selected all these odd numbers as from the list of numbers here, ask us to what? Sum all of the numbers. So we're gonna bring the numbers out. 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19. If you use your calculator or any method that's what complex for you to add all these numbers, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your answer gonna be what? Be 75. This is number 75 here is the answer to this particular question. You can see it now. So just what? Understand the question. After understanding the question, what? Like already know the procedure, what it has to do. Just do it and get your answer. Eh? So there's nothing difficult in it. So now, that is actually what? For sum. But when you come to what? Difference. Difference in mathematics. You know, when I was in primary school, they asked me to find the difference between two numbers. You know, at that time, difference was something new to me. Like, I know it might be new to you. I asked him what's the difference between 2 and 3. I know, there's a difference between both of them. 2 is less than 3. So that's the difference that I say. But in mathematical difference is different from what the English language or the literal difference that what we know. So in mathematics, when you are asked to find the difference between two numbers, the only thing you are asked to do or you are to do is what? To subtract the numbers. Difference, when you hear difference, what should come to mind is minus. As when you hear son, plus will come to mind. So whenever you hear difference, what should come to mind is what? Minus. But under the difference, you have two types of what? Difference in mathematics. You have positive difference and negative difference. Then the positive difference is what? One that will give us what? A positive answer. Why a negative difference is the one that will give us what? A negative answer. Then how can you get a positive difference? When you are given two numbers, say 3 and 4, and you're asked to get a positive difference between these two numbers, the thing you have to do is what? Subtract that small number. That smaller number from what? From what? From the bigger number, 4. So subtract 3 from 4. When you do that, you're going to have 4 minus 3, right? So our answer is what? 1. But if you want to get negative difference, what you're going to do is what? Is to what? Do the reverse. Subtract what? 4 from 3. And when you do that, it's going to have what? Negative. I say it now. So it depends on the kind of question they ask you. Like now, if they show the difference, that indicates you have what? The two types. This one is a positive difference, this one is negative difference. But all they are specific to tell you that what the only thing they need is the positive or the negative difference. Just what give them what that one that they need. It's very important to what follow instructions. So now look at this question now. Find the difference between 9 and 4. Minus will come to my mind. Simple. So now it's one thing I want to teach you. Many students, like whenever I hear negative number, like something just like shatters the brain. Which one is negative number? Is there anything like negative number? There's something like that. But I just want to tell you what, leave to you what it actually mean. When you subtract a bigger number from what? A smaller number, you're gonna give you something negative, a negative number. But if you want to know, like, how is that possible? What can I do it? Just do the reverse. What's it? 4 minus 9. Hey, you're subtracting 9 from 4. How is that possible? Hey, that become a problem to you. But you don't know that what's going to give you a negative answer. What I want you to do now is what? To subtract 4 from the 9. Then after that, you put minus. You got your answer. So 9 minus 4, you're going to give us 5. So 4 minus 9, you're going to give us minus 5. So positive difference is equals to negative difference. What do I mean? So if I have a positive difference here, for this particular question, 9 and 4, the positive difference is what? 9 minus 4. Why the negative difference? Minus. Negative difference was 4 minus 9. Subtracting 9 from what? 4 minus 9. So 9 minus 4 is going to give me 5. 4 minus 9 is going to give me minus this 5. Minus this 5. Just this thing I wrote here now, repeat it here and put what? Minus. So that when you now multiply minus times minus, you're going to give what? Plus 5. But mathematics, you just assume that our natural numbers 1, 2, 3 are what? All positive numbers. You get me? So we can see this what has plus here. Has what? Invisible plus, but we don't usually what indicate this plus. You get me? Now just leave the answer as 5. So what I'm trying to tell you now is this: whenever you are asked to subtract a bigger number from a smaller number, do the reverse. And what? Put minus, because you want it to what? To arrive at what? A negative value. That's what makes it, or what gives it that name, negative difference. So now let's take another example on this particular difference. Okay, the next example I want us to look at is this. Find the difference between minus 4 and minus 9. Now, you're going to get the positive difference and also the negative difference. So how can I get the positive difference? Subtract what? The smaller number from what? Bigger number. But between these two numbers, which one is smaller and which one is larger? Good. So now, in order for us to what? To quickly decipher the one that's what bigger, you have to what? Make use of our number line. You should know this. You must have come across it before. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is negative numbers. So it's increasing like this. It's increasing like this. So now any number that's what before another number is what less than that number. Any number that is before another number is less than that number, because it's what? The number is increasing what? Like this. So now 9 is greater than 2, 5 is greater than 4. Since what? The smaller numbers are what? In front of the other number. So but now you have what? Minus 4 here, we have minus 9. So let's continue like this. Minus 4, minus 5, minus. Well, I said that what? It's increasing like this, right? So now I have minus 4 located. This is minus 4. This is what? Minus 9. So minus 9 is before minus 4, right? So it means that what? Minus 9 is less than minus 4. But normally, 9 is what? Greater than 4. But when both of them now what? Have a minus in front of them. The one that is smaller, when they don't have a minus sign, will not go bigger than the other one. What am I trying to say? 9 is greater than what? 4. But once both of them have a minus sign, it becomes like everything changes. Minus 9 becomes what? Less than minus 4. And another thing I want to say is this: all positive numbers are greater than negative numbers. All positive numbers are greater than negative numbers. So if I have 4 and I have minus 1, definitely 4 is greater than minus 1. Very simple. So now, for this particular one now, without this minus, this one is bigger. But when both of them have this minus, this one become what? Bigger. I see it now. So now, let's do it. Get the positive. In positive difference, subtract this smaller one from the what bigger one. We're gonna have minus 4 minus 9. But since this minus 9 is what? A single number, I will put it what? In the bracket to indicate to you that is what? It is actually a single number. I can try to what? Remove it. It doesn't change anything. We're gonna have equals to minus 4. Minus is what? Plus 9. Now look at this. This is minus 4 plus 9. What this thing means what? Remove 4 from 9. Remove 4 from 9. We're going to have 9 minus 4. Nothing changes. I can what? I can rearrange them. But make sure that what? I'm not altering the signs in front of them. This is plus 9, still plus 9. This is minus 4, minus 4. But I told you, we don't normally indicate the plus here. You just leave it like that. You should know that what there's plus there. So 9 minus 4 is what? 5. You can see that our positive difference is what? Is plus 5 or 5, which is what? A positive number. Then you already know that what? Negative difference will give us minus 5. Our negative difference is going to give us minus 5. Remember the relationship I told you? Positive difference is equals to minus negative difference. But let's just what? Try and solve it so that we can arrive at that minus 5. Then the negative difference, I have to subtract the bigger number from the smaller number. Bigger one is what? Minus 4. So we have minus 9 first, because you're going to subtract this one from this one. Minus 9 minus 4. I say it now. Don't say minus 4. This minus is what? Is the difference minus. What is minus 4 is what? This minus here is for what? This particular number. That's why I decided to indicate it using the bracket. So we have equals to minus 9 minus is what? Plus. That's minus times minus is plus. Plus 4 is equals to minus 9 plus 4. Like I did here. You can see that in this particular one, I rearranged to get this to 9 over 4. But now, minus 9 plus 4. I got bring this positive one here first and one positive one the other side. So I have plus 4 minus 9. 4 as 4. 4 minus 9. 4 minus 9 is going to give you negative 5. If you know how to actually do it, you can see your number line to get the answer to this particular question. 4 minus 9. You need to have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going like this, it's increasing. You now have minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9. Minus set to what? Increase to minus 10. So now, what I'm going to do? 4 minus 9. This minus is trying to what? Tell you to what? Move backwards. When you have plus, means a plus means move forward. So I have a 4. Where is 4? 4 is here. Then this is what's my 9. I'm going to what? Move backwards 9 times. That's what this minus 9 means. Once you locate what? Your plus 4, that first number. The minus you going to tell you to what? To move backwards. Then the number there will tell you what number of times you have to what? Move backward. But if this one is plus, you're going to what? Move forward 9 times. You're going to have 4 move backwards 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is minus 5. That's what I can easily get the answer to this question using number line. Okay, let's now move over to the next one, the product. In marketing, product has its meaning. When you can actually like if a person that is selling buns, buns is your product. But in mathematics, when they ask you find the product, don't say my product is buns. Nah. No, that's not what they're asking you. In mathematics, product has its own meaning. So now in mathematics, when you are asked to find product between two or more numbers, the simple thing you have to do is what? Multiplication. You can see how the sweet mathematics is. Sum plus, difference minus, product multiply or multiplication. So now find the product of 1 and 2. Just multiply 1 and 2. 1 times 2 is what? 2. That's your answer. That's all I have to say about products. No long talk. Now let's now take one example. Okay, now find the product of 5 and 6. Simple. Product equals to what? 5 times 6. 5 times 6 is what? 30. This is your answer. If you have the option 30, just what? Tick it and what? Move on to what? The next question. It's not difficult. So that's all for the product. Then I want us to look at some other examples. Now, in these examples I want to give us or give you will just what? Be like a combination of sum, difference, and product. Now look at how I'm going to construct this question now. Now, let me call this one example 1, example 2, now look at this question. Find the product of the sum of 5 and 16 and the negative difference between -1 and 1. Now look at this now. Product, sum of 5 and 16, negative difference between -1 and 1. So let me just start with this 5 and 16. I have to get the sum first. The sum of 5 and 16 is equals to what? 5 plus 16 is what? 21. Now, the negative difference between -1 and 1, which one is bigger? Positive number is always what? Bigger than negative number, like I said before. So now, negative difference between -1 and 1 equals to what? Negative difference. Subtract this thing, a bigger number from what? The smaller one. -1 minus 1. Right? That's gonna give me what? -1 minus 1. -1 minus 1 is what? -2. You can check with your number line. 0, -1, -2, -3. So this is -1, locate it. This is -1. Then this minus tell you what? Tell it what? Move backwards, right? But this one tells what? You move once, backward once. That's gonna give what? We stop at what? -2. That's how I got this -2, not the 2 I wrote before. This is -2. So that is not what the answer to the question. So now look at it here. Yeah, ask to find the product of the sum of this and the negative difference between -1 and 1. And I'll say now the product of these two. The answers you got for both of them. Multiply this and this. 21 times -2. This is what? Like I said, this is plus 21. Plus times minus is what? Minus. 21 times 2 is what? 42. So minus 42 is your answer, the answer to this question. I say now, if I decide to ask you to get the positive difference, the reverse will be the case. Change this minus to plus 2 if you're asked to get the positive difference. Because positive difference and negative difference have what? Relationship. Change the sign in one to what? To negative or positive. Now, that's the kind of relationship they have. So now, as I look at this example, he are done with sum and difference and the product. So in our next video, we're looking at the expressions involving fractions and the mathematical equations. Just stay with me. This is just the beginning. This particular topic is very simple, but once we move on, you see it's what you start moving into mathematics. This is just the foundation. You get me? So thank you for your time, for your listening here. Please subscribe, like, and comment. And in case you have any question on this particular subtopics I've just discussed, just what? I'll post my number on the screen. You can what? You can hit me up with the contacts that will be displayed on your screen. And if you need private mentorship, I'm always available. Thank you so much.